Demeanor and mother speeches, the garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together, your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it, they don't love it, they don't love it, they don't.
Today, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. The Chiefs at 6-3 on the year. Hey, Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 83 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Josh Pascal there to bring him down. You look at the defense for these Texans. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Yeah, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Returnable here for Davis. And able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, He's an asset to have in any offense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
You talk about this Chiefs defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now Stroud. To the right side, and he's got more complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. A give left side for Pierce. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Stroud to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. That catch, a pretty big one, Charles. Now 1,200 career catches.
The numbers that pile up, sometimes we get numb, sometimes we get immune, but 1,200, that gets your attention fully. Congratulations, phenomenal job, and I don't think he's slowing down yet.
I don't think so either. He makes it look easy, but this one not to be taken lightly. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Toss right side to Pacheco. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will stay a 4-point game. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
2nd and 7. And Stroud now to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Down to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Carlson now to add the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Stroud. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. The throwing again is Stroud. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Elijah Moore from 10 yards out. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now they're in the hurry-up. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Now 3rd down and very long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, and it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Michael Gallup, a touchdown reception. From there, we head through Delaware and up to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Brandon Ayuk, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Going for it with Pierce. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Mahomes now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Operating from the gun, Stroud. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. In motion left is Davis. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal, Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Gabriel Davis from 4 yards out. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. That one caught by Rice. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Rice. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to swell the lead to 6. Carlson able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. That's complete to Pierce. Here comes 2nd down. Stroud. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Here's 1st down. Now Stroud. It's caught by Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.